Welcome back to Masculine Scrapping. Today we are going to be working on the third spread of my mother's memorial album and her memorial service. We have pictures of two of her sisters giving a tribute, and then pictures of the two pastors who helped us to do the service. I'm continuing with the Victorian theme, so you can see the Victorian background, using butterflies and birds, and particularly postcard stamps, all favorite things of my mother, to accentuate the pages. You can see that these background paper is a little short of 8.5. When I cut it out of the book that came in, it just comes short. So I've got to figure out a way to solve that, and I did do that in a way on the last spread, but I didn't show you the process of that, so I do want to show that to you. So I have two strips here of background blue that I'm going to use, but I'm just very carefully, and I think I'm going to do it right along this. Yeah, no, let me do it a little further in. Using this jagged edge tearing tool, you just have to be really careful because I don't want to damage the part of the paper that I'm tearing up. Sometimes this side gets damaged, but you can see there I haven't done it. Have not damaged it, which is nice. And then we'll do the same thing on this side. And so basically, by tearing the paper, I'm creating this gap that we can then put this other background behind, and I think that that'll really kind of help to make it look really nice. And so I'm just going to make sure that it's going to work. Looks like it will. And so I like using these background blocks because it helps me to know where to put stuff. So just getting some sticky tape on there, and I'm going to go three blocks in. So this is a way of expanding the paper size without really losing the image on your page. But what I really like about it is I think it adds a lot of interest to the page because it kind of breaks it up in a way. Usually I do border stuff to solve this problem, but I kind of like this jagged edge that's just running down it. I think it looks really cool. Okay, so let's work on this one. This one's not quite as thick, so I've got to make sure I'm getting it lined up. Okay, so I really need to go in 2 on this one. This paper has a little bit of texture, which is also nice. Gets a little bit of interest. I have to be really careful to get these started straight, because if you don't, then it won't line up and you've stuck it down, and sometimes it's really hard to get back up. So just be very cautious there. Well, having a little bit of problem here with my sticky tape. Might have to change rolls again. Okay. A lot of my tape when I moved was in a very hot truck, and I just have a feeling that I damaged some of the tape, which is a bummer because I have a whole bunch of it. Yeah, so you can see a thinner crack on this side, but that's okay. And then I'm just going to use a Fisker's cutting tool. I prefer these circular cutters. I just feel like they tear the paper less, and the blades seem to last a little longer. The blades certainly are more expensive, but you get a lot more use out of them. Okay, So there we go. We've got our 2 pages. Now to do photo placement. And see, I am covering up most of the crack with these photos, but that is certainly okay because you do still see some of it. So, okay, let's see if this will work a little better with the paper here. Nope, same thing. Okay, so we'll just use this other tape. This is Mother Tammy, who is the priest at the church I was attending at the time. And this is the pastor of the church that my parents were attending. You can see them overlapping a little bit. Let's go ahead and put on the embellishments. All of these embellishments are from my mother's scrapbooking collection. You know, my website is mostly about masculine scrapbooking, and of course using this Victorian theme doesn't seem very masculine, but I am doing it in a way that honors my mother. If you're wondering what this is, it's a piece of old photo, and I use that to press down because it doesn't scratch and it doesn't leave fingerprints. So particularly on photos and those kinds of things. Probably actually nice I'm using this kind of adhesive because this is a kind of a clear embellishment and you won't see any tape marks through it because this is a clear embellishment. There we go. And then of course a butterfly. I'm going to try and get a butterfly onto every page. My mother loved butterflies. So there we go. The sisters and the pastors giving their tributes and homilies at my mother's memorial service. I hope you have enjoyed this. Thank you for walking this journey with me, and I would love to see your projects.